What's up, Hippo lovers? It is day number 2 here. TaToH against DauT in a best of 15. Score at the moment is 6-4. So TaToH only 2 wins away from closing out the whole series. They might play all games regardless, though we will see about that. And yeah. Interesting mind games going on. You can see the maps at the top. They will be played in June. Europe West ECL settings. They're training quite early. What is that? Like 10 months ahead? Not too bad, but makes kind of sense because they can decide on, okay, I like those maps, you like those maps a bit more. I don't want to play those civilizations, and then decide who plays what 1v1 tournament in the future. So makes kind of sense to actually start training here. And let's just jump into game number 1. Obviously, Red Side Fortress, the mind games have to be on for sure. What are the strong civs? Probably Berbers. Some might go for Britons. Spanish, not too sure in one scenarios. But, well, those guys have their own thoughts, and we can see TaToH is actually going with the Vikings. And on the other side, our player in the blue will be Mr. DauT. He plays the Berbers. For me, somewhat of the obvious choice. And I think he should be in a fine position. King, well, he likes to scout apparently. Vikings against Berbers. It feels like Vikings shouldn't really have too much. If I feel like Onager and Camel Archer composition, if DauT gets onto that, he should be in a fine spot. He can just go for Camel Archers and Castle Age. TaToH doesn't really have a good unit for that phase of the game, and DauT will always have map control. Most important thing is now for TaToH to have a very good wallable map so that he does not need to go for a lot of army here in Castle Age. And honestly, that's not one of them. I'm not sure if I like that mining camp over here. I think a bad mining camp over here and a TC over here could have made sense. He surely wants to go for 2 TCs here. Maybe goes for 1 at that side. Not the greatest map for TaToH for sure. Relics very evenly positioned, at least those 4 of them in the center. 1 over here at the right hand side, together with 1 extra gold spots. Both of them actually somewhat close to TaToH. Let's take a look at hills maybe in the center area. Not too important. And TaToH, can he maybe start a push from here? Well, could block the stone and gold spots. Maybe not block them, but maybe a nice pressure point. I feel Vikings, what can they really go for? Maybe something early imp aggression with Arbalests? Probably what I would try to go for. Maybe if you go on to Berserks and mass rams for the very long game, that could be an option. TaToH added a lot of farms. Did he not find his second boar? What is going on here? I only see 1. Maybe I'm a bit confused. Down at the other side, I can see both of them. Maybe I just missed that. And pretty standard build-up so far. Now goes for the stone, and that's not a lot of villagers on wood. I have no real idea what this is. This is not fast Imperial Age. Obviously, Vikings not that strong with like super fast Imperial Age. They need some eco behind that. 4 on gold, though, kind of indicates that he wants to go for something. A lot of farms, only 4 on wood. Okay, now that makes a bit more sense. Transferring 3 villagers over. DauT with a pretty standard build-up as well here. Having his king safe in his castle. Something he likes to go for. Other players sometimes put their king into the tower. Not Mr. DauT. I hope you're all having a wonderful day and enjoying the DauT slide. Oh, it doesn't really show here. Do I need to reload that here as well? Refresh. Because the DauT slide over here is pretty beautiful, right? Maybe someone can give me another one and see if it loads up over here. Ah, the chat kind of bugged out for me as well in my normal Twitch. Kind of weird. Okay. Here we go. So I refreshed my Twitch page and all good now. And you can see us rolling. Hitting the scout now is DauT. What is he trying to go for? Looks like 1 TC on the outside here. King is running around and TaToH at the other side. Collecting not enough stone for a second TC. What is that? Want to build a TC over here? Yes, he does. And oh, that one just dropped up off. Okay. And second TC here. So all makes sense. Nice house here. Archers actually could have positioned themselves behind that area. Tatty slide. Well, maybe one day. And TaToH now feels safe, deleting all that. And, well, cannot really squeeze a TC in here. As you can see, it's only 3 tiles wide. Need to be 4 tiles for the TC. 4 times 4, the size here. And grasp that slide. First Camarch is out. We see him with fletching as well. For now, only 1 TC added. That villager should not really go back. And even goes for a farm here. Solid stuff from both players, but we obviously don't expect anything else. Uh-oh, TaToH. What is that? 5 on stone? Okay, now goes for the second lumber camp over here. And that makes a lot of sense to me. I just thought, like, why would you have villagers on stone already? A forward castle with Vikings doesn't really make sense. Had to be like fast Imperial Age or something like that. And well, with forward castle, that's super risky. TaToH needs some form of map control to get a forward castle up. At the moment, mass camel archers. Feel DauT has enough map control though. He might be delaying his 30C a bit too much, if you ask me. Like 3 camel archers and or like 4 camel archers and 7 camel archers. The difference isn't that big in the damage output. You're always surround. You can always deny some. But well, TaToH will never really have an army that fights you back. So don't ignore your boom too much here. TaToH already 5 villages ahead and should be wheelbarrow and handcart ahead if I, well, read the situation correctly. And indeed, here's that. So nice eco advantage for Mr. TaToH, but that's how it works. Can you make the game sound a little bit louder? That's weird. It is really, really loud already here. Do you all feel that is needed, guys? I can increase it a bit. Yeah. It's loud enough. Felt like it as well, right? Now it's a bit too loud for me. Let's do something in between. So weird because I changed nothing. And oh, converting the low HP one. Was my surround settings. I'm getting nervous. Pretending to be a professional streamer and trying to set everything up. And then the problem was in front of the PC. One day on NAC, we had me running over from the living room and into the casters area and telling them like, oh, the sound is off. And they were like, no, sounds are all fine. And actually, yeah, just the cable in the living room unplugged itself. So, yeah, I came over there for nothing, shouted at them, and they did nothing wrong. Defensive tower now also goes for watchtower. And DauT, well, he is going for quite a lot of camera archers. No botkin from him yet, though, if I saw it correctly, indeed. Did I just get a host from the brothers and it didn't show? Thanks, guys. I'm a bit surprised. Oh. Yeah. It did show. Ah, then I just have it muted. Okay. Sorry for that. Maybe I still have some weird settings from NAC. Okay, switch stuff. Oh man, brother stream, you clearly have to check them out. I think honestly, TaToH is one of the most rising, most improving players at the moment. Last year, Zero Empires asked me who is the guy to look out for in 2018, and I said TaToH and maybe his brother as well. And he has incredible clicking speed, plays a lot, and is really thinking deeply about this game, putting so much thoughts into his strategies. Obviously, talking with his brother helps him quite a bit. And yeah, we saw already winning the first game in the ECL there in the 1v1 tournament against Hart. How about Zuppy? I don't see Zuppy improving that much. He was like close to 2.3k, and that's where I put him at the moment. Maybe a bit lower even. But yeah, I feel like TaToH is the guy who, if he plays a bit more Arabia instead of Arena, I could see him break 2.5k this year. It is a tough task, but well, we'll see. He obviously has a big motivation, going with ECL as well. Wheelbarrow now for DauT as well. Nice mic here for TaToH. At the moment, KD, 1-1-1 conversion only. Yeah. Best co-op players in AoE too. Potentially. Okay, TaToH now up to Imp. We'll go for Arbalest Skirmisher composition here. Oh no, he cancelled Skirmishes. Okay. I was kind of surprised by that. And yeah, they have the stream. And I enjoyed that one. The moment, hopefully the Viper isn't here around anymore. Might be my favorite stream. Because it's so analytical. Yeah. Yeah. Before that, it maybe was Slam stream, but seems like I'm missing him quite a bit, or he isn't streaming that much anymore. Okay, now DauT should have scouted the tag. We see no botkin from TaToH. And DauT, well, he can just go into Janitors. Going for Loom now. Has all the map control in the world. Saw already got 3 of the relics. Scouted 1, and that one should be envisioned for him pretty soon. Uh-oh, and TaToH moving out here before he really wants to engage this. Wants to wait for Bracer, and he doesn't even have botkin. Now 3 monks in the back, should get some conversions in there as well. That's a horrible timing for TaToH. He really wanted to wait some more. But, well, he got 2 conversions and some kills. So that was pretty sexy for him. I believe he also has ballistics and DauT. I thought he would lose that, but the 3 monks really did their job there as well, helping out. DauT doesn't have ballistics, indeed. Researching it now. And now aggressive villagers, and we're expecting to see a castle from TaToH being built here. DauT is going for his castle. Will be a bit late though, and would love to see now some traps queued up for Mr. TaToH. Yeah, he doesn't really have the resources to get all the upgrades he wants to. I still feel that helps. Did I not have chat off? Sorry. TaToH wants to find that army. No Arbalest upgrade, no Bracer from him either. But he still feels like he can take this fight, and I think that's probably a good one. Okay, going for Bracer now. Lower army amounts, monks running around. Oh, and look at that camel archer raid from the Vikings player now. Interesting stuff. Sending 1 crossman around, still no Arbalest, and trap production. Not as much as I wanted to. Okay, now finally DauT has ballistics. Siege Workshop, do we see him go for onagers? Villager advantage only at 6. I believe handcart to no handcart is different, and military count is double for TaToH at the moment. Some men around, but dying to that watchtower. DauT, he stays on camel archers. No husbandry and bloodlines for him though at the moment. Still no arbalest tech. Damage output could be a bit higher, but for now he probably just wants to snipe some of the camel archers and has to be fine with that. And well, one-shotting villages is an easy task for him regardless. And suddenly TaToH's 15 villages ahead. Military count still in his favor, and TaToH 40 villages ahead. Poor. Don't you think that DauT is going for the wrong units here? Arbalest and +4 defense. Traps still doing their job. Skirms around. More siege. What is DauT up to? It's not really a snipe. No, he's just trying to intercept some of the reinforcements. Castle number 1 down for DauT. The hill advantage still here for Teddy. Lead camel archers now for the Lord himself. Did do bloodlines in the meanwhile. And completely being off stone for sure. Cannot repair the castles. Nice catch here. The monastery is somewhat on the open as well. So although he has 3 relics, that won't last for too long. Snipes here from DauT. Husbandry on the way as well. But that will be a lot of dead traps here for DauT. Poor. Tricky scenario for him. I think a switch into Janitors could have been something, but he's switching into Light Cav. Well, then TaToH just needs to continue producing Arbalest and should be in a very good spot. Let's take a look here. They cannot really engage. DauT going for a better pop 200 army. If he went for elite camel archers and hussars, but well, he's 75 pop away from making that happen. TaToH now, if he patrols this, he could get some more kills in as well. Yes, he did. And DauT, he's not going for the patrol, loses 4 camel archers, and that's the fight he really does not want to take. Does he lose the 5th one? No, he does not. TaToH now splitting off his army, seizes the switch into some stables. DauT is trying to go for some micro, but honestly, that's just so much work with very little efficiency. And might lose some more. Let's take a look here. Squeezes through those armies, but that has to be some losses. We see 3 camels down, or camel archers. Make that. Oh god, DauT even idling that one. 5 down here, and that's just so painful. Make that even 6. Clearing up all the skirms here, but those are cost-efficient trades after cost-efficient trades for our Spaniard here. Archer Rangers could be used a bit more if you ask me. Now going for pikemen after he saw the stables. How many light cav do we have around? Roughly 10, I'd say. Camel archers not doing a lot though. 3 gold spots not taken by TaToH. Not in desperate need of that just yet. Still a lot of army for him. Might get another kill. DauT not super careful this game. I'm a bit disappointed with his micro. Obviously it is impossible to do that perfectly at all times. He's still annoying, so love that. We'll get some villager kills. He's only behind by 5 now, but military count is 65 for TaToH, and DauT not even in the 40s. Relics lost. Market will be lost. Now going for the gate. Some of the traps can't really shoot that gate. Pikemen, very little upgrades. Now going for the first attack, but +4 defense is pretty nice for them. TaToH now heavily going on to that stone spot. Whew, this will be one big engagement. How many upgrades do those light cavs have? I believe they should be at like +1 defense and only now +1 attack. that's certainly not enough. We see TaToH now rushing onto a lot of stone here instead of gold. So he wants to build another castle. Let's take a look at his stone count. 23 only. Now making some more space for his traps and now attacking the castle. The king is running back into the TC. TaToH now maxed out, attacking DauT, who's at pop 160, losing his last camel archers over here. DauT expanding to the top, love that. And now we see the big engagement. It is +1 attack against +4 defense. Maybe in the fight we might have +2 defense kicking in. This should be a good fight for DauT if you ask me, but will lose quite a bit of his army for sure. Lightcav here at the front, taking a reasonable engagement, trying to snipe down the traps. I think sniping down the army could have been the better choice first. Arbalest numbers are very low here, but the pikemen are still doing a great job. Remember, guys, those pikemen have extra HP, being the the Vikings here, and I believe that wasn't good enough. Maybe should have waited a bit more for the +2 attack, and focusing down the traps must have been the wrong choice. I think focusing down the skirmishes could have been better. Maybe debating the pikemen in a bit more. And TaToH, I think this is his game now. Pop 176 against pop 126. In exchange, elite berserks, even a unit that we don't see too often. And I think it's not the perfect unit here, but good enough most certainly, because TaToH's advantage is just way too big. Production not really continuing. Well, some more Arbalest grouping up at the right hand side, some castles protecting potential raids, or preventing potential raids for later on, and now berserks are coming over. Lovely unit. I know when I was in primary school, a friend always said, this is a unit that's basically 2 units in once. It is like a champion and a monk at the same time. And I thought, sick. Berserk has to be the sickest unit, because it can like fight and heal. But well, it cannot convert, it cannot heal other units. So maybe not really the 2-in-1 pack that we thought. 10. Or like 12. 12. More like 12. Trying to hold on to the last castle. Here's DauT. I think if that castle goes down, so should be the hopes of our Lord and Savior. Let's see, pikemen now retreating. It's just way too much army here for TaToH. Mill without a lot of farms, actually. Look at that, and that's point of view of DauT. So even the berserk raids over here. I think TaToH can just patrol this in and win the game. Traps a bit more forward. King still in some problems. Let's take a look. Where is TaToH's king? Okay, here in that tower. I was a bit nervous for a second. Yeah, Tonic Knight is a good unit. If it can fight. Most of the time it can't. It's a weird unit for sure. I believe we had a long discussion yesterday on how to buff the Teutonic Knight, because at the moment it's clearly underused. Oh, like those stone mines here. And 40-minute game. DauT, I said he went on too many camel archers. I believe if you go for that many camel archers, you need to go for mangonels as well. And do some pressure spots like over here against the towers. If you had like 3 mangonels, could have really put on the pressure, or over here at that side. But camel archers only, not killing any villagers. Just put him behind way too much. Then TaToH could tech up and Arbalest against camel archers. Just the GG here. And TaToH now with, I nearly math, 4 match points. Close out the series for himself. Just give a poor Teutonic Knight a horse. Well, that's kind of the Boya then, right? Eco advantage clearly at the sides, Mr. TaToH, but that's how Vikings work. Maybe DauT should have gone for Janitors. Still mobile. Bad against Rams though. Oh. People asking for score. And Hazeberg just saying, see Twitch for score. Thanks for the sell-up, Hazeberg. If TaToH wins, DauT has to play Overcooked, right? Yes. DauT should have gone bombard cannons. It's a unit that is tough to really get to. You need chemistry or machine gun, yeah. That would have been the better option. Yeah, maybe bombard cannons could have done something. But he would have lost the castle anyways. Which triggers me when there is a scoreboard and people ask for score. Well, they should also ask about the settings. When does the next game start? Where's the chat? Who's playing? Best of what? Is it a show match or a tournament? Those are the daily questions I have to live with. Like, I had a guy at the meet and greet that I've never heard of. And he told me, like, I asked him, like, who are you? And he was like, yeah, this and that name. And I was like, haven't heard of you. Sorry, mate. And he was like, I'm answering basic questions in your Twitch chat. And I gave him a long hug. You're doing God's work, my friend. And I told him, write down your name and I will mod you tomorrow. I've never heard of him, never seen him in the chat again. But someone answering dumb Twitch questions. That guy is just the unsung heroes of Twitch. I didn't kiss him. No. Nearly hug. Yeah. Yeah, whose looks and oh god, if people are coming over like, really DauT? Does he have any other nicks? Ah, that's okay-ish. Wrongwiller, I took your mod away for something else. I think you had it for a solid 10 minutes. Was that guy who just creates pyramids in the chat? Yeah, Pyramid Stiff. What's his name? Canadian Ninja. Ah, he is a pyramid man as well. Ah, I have a feeling this won't be a real game, guys. Don't get overexcited. Yeah, that's... So, normally in Houseboat you have to spawn over here. So ECL Houseboat might be somewhat of a bugged version here still. Okay. So that didn't really work out. Did I just got kicked out of the game? Bastards. Ah. Do we see you in the Rate of Empires chat this evening? No idea. When I got mods, I thought someone was fussing around with your Twitch account. What does 100% FC mean in Guitar Hero? Because I always read it 100% Fast Castle. I have no idea. Okay, I might need to send them. Okay, let me take a look. Daddy Nilly is here and will help them out. So script their houseboat. What versions do I have? SY. Oh, that was, I believe, one of the... That was a pretty sick game at one point. SY... It was the 4v4. Viper died at the outside. And then came back. Was it against... I don't really know who they played against. Was it against China? Okay, they just want to see the map, right? Oh, regicide shouldn't redo regicide. They just want to see the map, guys. I really need to find this one. So this map is actually like a lot about perfecting. Oh, that's a different one from the one I know. Starting with the dock is pretty good. Then you need to go to the outside. That's a different one. Huh. Well, we will see what ECL will come up with. What version. It's a really bad map. It just is so slow. Very luck based as well. How do you spawn in resources? There are other versions of this map as well. It's bigger land, but I think ECL should be similar to this one. Do you personally like the rec casting or do you prefer live casts? Heavily. Yeah, so much better. I only do like rec casts for AV2 history because that's tough to do live, right? And for ECL, I think maybe like 2% of my content is Rex. Will change a bit though. There will be one tournament in the future where I will need to cast some Rex. mean, would you like ECL to be live? I would like to, but I can see the reasoning why it is not possible to do it live. If we do it like a $600,000 tournament instead of a 60K, I think doing it live makes sense. But at the moment, the prices are way too low to like force people to be around for all that time. Can you tell us about your scarf? Actually, 2 socks. Just made a scarf out of it. With grass DauTs. And don't get overexcited again, guys. They are weird guys. Why are they going for ECL version? TCs aren't properly spawning. Now I will be angry. Why did you not go for my version, Stick? You wear DauT scarf outside? Not really. The DauT face is on that scarf, yes. Do you have the scarf on a Tinder pic? To increase the likes instantly? Probably. Since when am I mod? Since our grinder match. Okay, now I hope they pick the right version. We'll see. Can you put the DauT socks as a bandana around your head to get the nice Rambo look? Ah, we can do that as well. Oh no. I will need to do 2 knots. Ah. I'm not good at knotting. Okay, I need to get a 3rd sock. Be right back. Okay. Yeah, it's 3 socks, not 3 pair. Okay. Where's the longest area? This one is best problem. Oh no, it's way too tight. What's up, hippo lovers? Oh no, it's too tough. Okay. Let's jump into game number... What is it? Nearly mass. 12. But we played on Houseboat. We will have Italians versus Vikings on this one. I believe Italians should be the way better civilization. And... nice move from TaToH here. Not going for the early dog. Neither did DauT. Only sending villagers over one by one. Kind of interesting. You have, as it seems, like 2 trees, 1 tree only, and a scout. Okay, we will see how that plays out. Lumber camp now on the outside, and yeah, that's what I said. It's just so lucky sometimes. Well, this guy spawned next to berries and to shawfish. Oh, DauT could have had a mill over here. That one could be fine as well. Probably how you have to build up in the future in those. Dog now from DauT, and well, the genius masterpiece is obviously to dog the other side, but that will be really tough. Is it meta to build mill on the outside to take shore? Honestly, I would be surprised if they have played this map in the last 2 years. I believe there was one SY Nations Cup where, it was VNS, I believe. VNS threw a big game. The Viper was down to like pop 15 with Spanish, and they didn't really push it. That was a very, very good game. I remember that one. And lasted like 2.5 hours. And in the end, Spanish Trade won it. That was a sick game. Will they play all 15 games or the first to 8? I feel like they could play all 15 games, but yeah. First to 8 is what actually means best of 15, so, well, we will see how they're trying to approach this. BNS through a game? No way. Yes, I am not shitting you. I know it sounds unplausible. That looks like a boy who is housed. 3 fishing ship put out. TaToH only now starting his. Interesting. Loom and loom for both. Pretty standard start here. 6 on wood. TaToH with way more villages on wood. Kind of interesting start. Is there a prize pool for this match? Yeah, I collected some monies yesterday and will send the winner $90. And if DauT loses, he will have to play Overcooked with TaToH, Viper, and me in the upcoming days. So actually, like, that's, although he's losing, he's actually winning, but he doesn't realize it yet. Color change? Okay. I just see so very little with the... What is it now? Thing around my head. The fuck, DauT a lot of wood. Is that so? 88. Or is he talking about another wood? Oh. This is life, my friend. No reruns. Otherwise you wouldn't see yourself at this bottom. Bandana. Okay. 300 biddies flying in. Nice bandana. Now all you need is a bike with DauT faces on it. Oh, yeah. Let's see about that. 1155. That's a surprising play. I think the standard strategy has to be fast castle here. And that's too fast up for my taste. What's DauT doing? Huh. Yeah, the records are from tomorrow, but the casting is from yesterday. But as you know, it is a rerun, so the recs are now live and the casting is 2 days old. Yeah. And you're also chatting 1 day in the past. Okay, DauT, well, that's never going to work, and even then... Oh, he really wanted to make sure if it's live or not. Haha, but I created another account yesterday And already subbed for you. Aloha Gale, thanks for the 10, my friend. So the question is now, if you donate a random amount, did I prepare for that random amount? And already donated the same amount yesterday? Then you need to donate another amount again. But that could have been coincident as well. So maybe... it's Thursday. Yes, it is. Masasa, 27. You're welcome. Oh, nice scout save here. DauT micro, man. Okay, now the problem is... well, fire galley against normal galley, right? That's a big problem of Vikings. TaToH walling quite a bit. Should be up to castle age any second after the buildings finish. DauT at the same time. Well, he is still lacking buildings. Now goes for the archer range. No blacksmiths, no market from him. This will be interesting. And the TC? Well, you can't fight close to the TC because there's not a single villager around. So no arrows flying out of it. And he's building a tower? Why?
DauT sock headband. For science.
For science. Okay. Yeah, you caught me. It's live, guys. It's live. Okay. Maybe I should just... could we switch over here with my cam? Let me see if I can add everything. Then we just put myself in the middle. That makes way more sense, right? Because I'm the highlight of the show. You don't really want to see the game. Okay, now outposts around here, as you can see. And Fire Galley 3 DauT is actually going for the second dock here. Not sure what that is for. Just kidding, guys. No one wants to see me. Does TaToH even want to wait for the the fire ship upgrade? I think so, right? He has a lot of resources. Now getting some more stone, but there's no mining camp at the outside. Ah, there is. Okay. DauT going for archers, but I think TaToH should be walled. Oh, that is walled. That is somewhat walled. Need to get some walls over here, or maybe just a TC. Okay, interesting one. Close to goldstone and wood. Probably more in the wood area. Could have been better. First warning here, and now... oh, longbow defense here for DauT. That's pretty sexy. And in the meanwhile, he had all the fish working for himself. Fireship out, and well, they will snag the first longbow quite easily without taking any real damage. And DauT, well, he's investing so much into defending his own pond. Not funny anymore. That you see, well, taking 3 villagers there is a casual good idea, I'd say. I'd say longbows, I heard, they're somewhat good against Fireship. Let's see how good, though. For now, well, I've seen better. Closing down the distance here makes a lot of sense, and... well, they are getting some kills in, but TaToH keeps on producing. Needs to focus that down a bit better as well. How are the HP looking for him here? Seems like that will be the kill. DauT tried to go for another dock here, but didn't really happen. Tower around, throwing some arrows out. Looks good for TaToH though on this one. Are demos the better play? I don't think so. It just is tough. Vikings, I believe, is simply not a great choice here on this map. Just saving some wood, but still. Not being able to defend here, but yeah, he should just never let this happen, honestly. He had the scout. Could have built a galley early on, but well. Okay, what can we do? Let's talk about Escape and their record system a bit later. I think I can give you some answers. And maybe some intel. Why is DauT blue after all the previous games being red? He was 11 games blue already. I only screwed up once, I believe. Just for the song, wrong player nearly. Well, I told it on stream, Tarzan, but good that you're so emotionally invested. TaToH still with 3 TCs, and that's just so ugly. All the struggling around with the 20 there. Did he lose one demo? One dock. Demo raft is now coming in. That's also a problem, not having the upgrade there. Vikings. And now queuing up a longboat behind that. If it was not for the tower. Oh, nice demo hit though. Hallelujah. Just sending it in, but that got quite a bit of damage done for sure. TaToH though, 20 villages ahead now, working with 4 TCs, at 3 TCs. And, well, DauT, just happy to not die. Score difference is now enormous even, and where are those villagers going to? Scout here. Oh, they're building a house! Guys, house time. Well, it's called house boat, right? He's building boats, he's building house. Yes. So it should be called houses boat. Second dock from him, okay. Now I believe DauT should actually out-micro this. But what did he achieve then? 23 villagers behind. Poor. And TaToH. Oh, look at all those red dots on the minimap. He just got so much map control. Let's take a look at that. So much vision all around here. Scout around. Even some scouting sheep. And on the other side we have DauT. Well, he's now going forward with 4 crossbows again. Not doing too much. Now even queuing up a war galley here. And, oh, I hear fish traps. Interesting. And DauT just GGing this. Seeing the walls again. And he knows how far behind he is at eco. 67 to 37. So the winner of this best of 15 match will be TaToH. We will see if they will play more games though. G to the G game was pretty much over. DauT not with the greatest start here. Obviously there's so much to learn about this, and well, I had to learn it because NC Pedro loved this map so much and always picked it as a home map in all the German tournaments. So not very fun, but very easy to screw up. Villager count, enormous difference here. Double the amount for TaToH. And didn't help. NC Pedro. Uneventful win, yeah. Want to finish rest of games too? Sure. Okay. DauT, check my stream. I'm big fan. Okay, so they will play the rest of the games as well. This can't be good. This guy knows me. Isn't this best of 15 over? Yes. So I will change the title to away from best of 15 to 15 games. To make you guys happy. So we'll adjust this over here. Up. TaToH officially number 2 secret player now. Isn't that Jitba? TaToH can break 2.6k here. Yeah. Farming DauT, obviously. One more win needed for TaToH to break. Overcooked time with DauT. Let's see. Point trading with teammate. Yeah, I think both should be banned, right? And excluded from Woobly and Team Secret. Viper, Teddy, DauT, Slam, Jordan. Seems like you didn't see NAC, my friend. I thought it's best of 15. Well, you have been misinformed. It's 15 games, as it says at the top. Do you have a playlist for these awesome songs? No. I'll just Google Age of Empires soundtrack. Who is Jitba? The best Team Secret player. I feel like TaToH is in good shape to win this best of 15. Those 8 wins he has already. Putting himself in a good spot, right? Jitba isn't even the best DM player, he's a scrub, man. Jitba is a no-name. Not the best team secret player. I think DauT can still win if he believes in himself. Well, he has to believe very strongly. Yeah. But, well, the time continuum could change. So Houseboat will even be in the team in 3v3 event. 22nd and 29th of June. Interesting. Yesterday MBL won versus Mr. Tempo in DM. Not sure if I've ever heard a better story. I wonder who actually is stronger, True or Jitba. Aye. When's the next AV tournament in North Korea? Well, the big 1 million won tournament, no, 1 billion won tournament just finished last week, so I think they will take a month off to host. But I heard rumors that they're hosting a 2 billion won tournament with star players Nihon, Kim Yong-tu, and Lee Song. Yeah. And Slayer's Kickboxer is invited. I believe. No, K-Cap? He's South Korean. No, it's North Korean tournament. Yeah. I hope you guys know that I actually was in North Korea, right? So, who should be better informed than me? If you don't believe me, go on to Storytime on my YouTube channel. Do you think fire galleys need to be nerfed? Yes. If so, how? Or just give food boats more resistance? Rumors have it that the damage output from 3 will be changed to 1 with fire galleys, and I love that. North Korean spy. Even nearly is propagating the North Korean government. I am. Is that a DauT bandana? Maybe. Nearly was invited to North Korea to check the AOC level there. Had to flee because he was overwhelmed. Yeah. I wanted to save the rest of the world. Sub count. Oh, where's Hippobot? Guys, we're so lonely. Yeah. But I heard they have a new star player, Kim Jong-3. He's only 15 and already broke 2.7k on the North Korean ELO. Not Kim Jong-3, Kim Jong-3. Fun fact, did you know that Kim Jong went to private school in Swiss? Yes. And you're writing his name wrong. Probably mean Kim Jong-il, right? Headache. Oh, there's so many good rumors about Kim Il-sung. Not Kim Il-sung, Kim Jong-il. Like, he invented the hamburger. He played, I believe, an 18-course golf course. 18-hole golf course. In, I believe, like 40 something, including like 6 hole-in-ones on his very first try of playing golf ever. What else? I read a good list once of those. Then there's Rodman and Kim Jong. Homies? Yeah. Rodman is so weirdly brainwashed. I saw some interviews of him. And the thing is, Kim Jong-un doesn't understand English. And yeah, Rodman still loves him. Because he loves the people there, or like he pities the people there. It's really weird. Yeah. Is there doubt on your head? Maybe. Kim Jong... Well, the interviewer asked like Rodman, does Kim Jong-un understand English? And he like circled around it. And then the interviewer asked again, does Kim Jong-un understand English? And Rodman answered like, if I talk about basketball, he understands what I'm trying to say. And the interviewer just cut the interview there. Yeah, it is weird, right? But maybe he had a Korean coach there. And for how long, right? Let's check the Wikipedia article. Kim Jong-un, English Wikipedia. Born 8th January 1993. Deputy. Early life. Let's see, Swiss. Swiss? No, Kim Il-sung. I believe Kim Jong-il maybe went to Swiss, right? Well, let's see. Kim Jong-il. Or maybe it's... Switzerland, yeah. It seems like he never was really in Switzerland, but his brother. And they're confusing him. Kim Jong-chul. Okay, now it's interesting. So it's not 100% clear about that. A lot of people claim that it was him. Apparently all children of Kim Jong-il have been living in Switzerland. Interesting. Okay, first official photo as an adult was published 2010. So there he was 22. So it's really tough to prove that he was there. That's interesting. I will read up on that, guys. For science. Okay, Speculator started. I will take a quick peek and quick pee. And then we'll be back with game number 13, probably 14 and 15 coming your ways. See ya in a bit. Okay, guys, then let's jump into game number 13 here. And we are looking at what looks to be Acropolis to me. And as we've seen in NAC several times, Scouts is the unit to go to here. And therefore we see Franks and Magyars, two very strong Scout civilizations. Both players probably will go and take wood in the front area. Big wood lines over here. Easy to tower them, but we'll see. DauT wins 4 games. Well, then it's a best of 16. Not a best of 15, right? Colors. Okay. I even asked them before the game. Could you please... Oh, look at that. They even picked yellow and blue. I even asked them before the series, could you please make TaToH red and DauT blue? But, well, you know, you see what happened, right? Twin wood for DauT. TaToH going for the straggler first, and 2 early boars here. Okay, so delaying that one. Yellow equals hacks? Probably. Now pushing some more of those deer in. Don't really need the mill that early. Like how TaToH is trying something out here, especially with Franks. Can make something happen. If you're behind, you use yellow for the map hacks. That's how it works. Shit. I never had a single comeback in my life. Because I always play red. Feels nearly, man. Got it, that nice woodland at the front. I really hope that we will fix that for Age of Empires 4. The first 10 minutes of boredom of this game. Nothing really happening. You can analyze the maps and talk about some crazy stuff happening. But honestly, we need to shorten that in the future. That's why I love having co-caster in those scenarios as well. Makes it just so much more energetic. The extra boars pretty far away from TaToH, but DauT can't get them either. Oh, it seems like chat is pretty idle as well. What is happening here? Maybe some Twitch bugs? No. Hello? Knock knock, are you there? It's nearly, man. Hello? Ultimate Enforcer, are you there? Hello? Hello? Outside pyramid. Oh, great. Okay. Now I'm happy again. Okay, so we're expecting scouts from both of them. What is actually better, +1 attack or the 9 more HP there? 20... I think the more HP. Thing is, I guess also have the scouts cheaper, so I believe Scout Rush should be better for DauT here. Let's see how he will play this out. Lots of low HP villagers here, 5. Normally only have 4 herd villagers. And where's he putting the stable? Looks like over here. 3 herd villagers. Why does he have so many villagers on the wood here as well? A bit untypical. Both going for double decks. I'm expecting horse color to come up for DauT pretty soon as well. That's obviously the advantage for the Franks as well. Can start pretty sweet farming. Top man, let us sleep while watching Dark Age. Okay. Okay. TaToH won? Oh, he won some games, right? Oh, and some hits dealt from DauT, losing half of his HP. Is that actually horse color and I didn't catch it? And it is. Okay, okay. That makes sense. Now I hear a gate. That relic actually blocking some form of the wall up there. Spearman not really out either. TaToH with some small aggression possibilities. Bit surprised by that. Where's the spearman coming from? From the berries. Okay. TaToH now moving in. We'll just do some annoyance. 3 spearmen around already. We'll get some hits off. Let's take a look. The next one is flying in there as well. And TaToH, well, he's doing some damage, but didn't get the kills in. Again, the problem that TaToH, I believe that happened yesterday as well on the desert game. TaToH didn't really move in with his scouts and let DauT fight with his spearmen and scouts and got the kills in. And that villager is going down. Nice move here from TaToH. He is now one villager ahead. Military count somewhat even. DauT finally adding some more spearmen of his own as well. Why are they playing more games? Well, they want to train. That's why they made it all 15 games played. Let's see why the excitement drops for that then, but still. We'll see what they have in store for us. Long wall over the pyramid attempt, but not in my house, my friend. Okay, now Spearman's trying to find another hit. Also, it's pretty good for DauT that he always can fight downhill from that area. TaToH is already transitioning into something. Now he goes into archers first here. Should have a good situation for himself. And guys, you can block that pyramid if you want to. Oh, you don't have to. Oh, I debated. You still don't get DauT slide. Did you refresh? Not the greatest positioning of those spearmen. That one is pretty useless, and those two aren't really in position. Don't like TaToH's positioning here. Let's take a look. Maybe run around a bit more. Well, DauT spearman position is kind of weird as well. Goes for more now. Let's take a look. With it just being pulled, that one will be walled quite quickly. Nice save there. Spearman might get one hit off. No, even two. Has to be happy with that. Blacksmith is now over here. And let's see how players will transition into Castle Age. DauT already on 150 gold. Did get one villager, did lose one scout. We see him add archer ranges, or is that just a normal transition into Castle Age? We'll see. I think archer range is just very good. One archer behind that, protected by 3 spearmen. It's just so good, for example. DauT lost 8-4, which is 4 minus 2 times 2. Coincidence? Yes. No. Both. Yes and no. Okay, maybe a bit more no. Actually, only no. Something in between. Exactly. Okay, now the aggressive tower here. Does TaToH see that one? No, but he sees the scout camping around. Will he build a defensive tower? Yeah, he sees that, and I love that he's building that tower here, not over at that point, because now more villagers can build the tower. Actually, he's still running around here. Spearman not doing the greatest of damages. Some coming around, and it seems like both towers should go up. Some dancing around, and DauT is moving away here. That was pretty costly for our Serbian player, without really doing any damage, and now only dropping down to 110 stone. Did collect some more, and we'll probably be able to build another tower here. To Spearman though, trying to find some engagements. TaToH is up to Castle Age, DauT following him now. And TaToH with another defensive tower bought that stone actually. And well, did he just lose everything here? Looks like it. A nice wall here from Mr. DauT though. Where are the other spearmen? What is TaToH doing? Why is he pulling the villagers away? Is he going for stone? Oh, and that tower actually also denied. One spearman here, won't really get the kills in. And TaToH, he's going for a spearman rush, guys. Second barracks from him. And what is DauT going for? We have a second stable. So that will be mass light cav knights against the guy who goes for a pikeman push. Or at least that's what he's trying to go for. Doesn't really have the biggest upgrades. Has +1 defense on the spearman, but no attack. And let's see how this goes now. 5 moving in, and well, he cannot wall those villagers in with that stony area here. And I think that has to be a better fight for TaToH, right? Although DauT, well, he has all the upgrades there. Maybe that's still kind of efficient for him. Wow, DauT winning that fight again. And TaToH, well, he needs to make something happen with the quick walls here. But it's just kind of exposed. More spearmen coming over. DauT now very low on HP of all his scouts here. Let's take a look. Those two villagers, they could both go down. And we see the tower, well, goes up in the end. Spearmen clearing up the scouts. And TaToH just rushing this. But he goes on to mass spearmen. DauT at the same time. Continues with the knights. Will be a tricky spot. Overchopping the woodline here, but has 2 towers. Should be somewhat fine, I believe. Poof. Interesting game. TaToH now 4 villages ahead. Desperately needs a speed upgrade on his pikemen as well. Goes for some more stone. Wants to build TC, I assume. That one pikeman won't do much. A mobility advantage for DauT. I still want to see him go for archer ranges. Maybe a second mining camp could really help out here as well. Not the greatest gold to get mass villagers on. Indeed, it's I pressing shift and switching to TaToH, pressing shift and clicking on unit for DauT, and I'm switching to his point of view. Siege workshop now at the front. So it will be Knight Scorpion, I assume. Still felt like CA would be the better option. But that's just me. For now, DauT stays. Okay, well, he added a second TC. Won't really get much done with his knights at the moment. TaToH somewhat bulletproof. I'm surprised how he thought the pikeman transition is the better option here. DauT had the aggression. Somewhat of an even game. Should have more fish. I believe that's ECL version, right? I think there were Acropolis versions with more fish on there, for sure. Previous Acropolis versions didn't have the pond. They always had the pond, but in the old versions you couldn't dock there. That was the big difference. Monastery number 2 for TaToH. So he wants to go for the push now. Pikeman Monk push. Mangonels for DauT. That will be an interesting spot. So tough to micro for TaToH. DauT with a more mobile units, more damage output. And I think can just move in and out against all those monks, which will just collect 2 relics quite nicely. Pushing his eco bit, and that looked like a forward castle here from TaToH, who plays this still with only 2 TCs, and DauT should see that coming instantly, sees all the villagers, sees the monks, and he will know what's up. He himself has 600 stone though, so let's take a look here. That will be some losses. Nice move there, and DauT, will he maybe buy himself some stone to build the defensive castle? Does he even have a market? No, he does not, so needs to wait here. Castle will go up for sure, and that will be a lot of losses here. TaToH in some problems. Villager count pretty even, but mobility as I said several times now, clearly in favor of our Magia player. DauT just running away here and builds a castle close to the woodline of TaToH, so that will be the runaround. Then basically secures woodline for himself. I would love to see 1 or 2 scorpions at it against those pikemen. The moment TaToH, can he take engagements? Well, he probably wants to. And we'll get a conversion here. Yeah, only 2 HP, but we'll get the healing running for himself now. TaToH with the defensive tower, very desperate, not getting this one up. Where defensive monks TaToH? Well, he didn't have enough, right? Was collecting relics at the front, and even then, they can easily die to all those mangonels. DauT now ahead by 10 villagers, slightly behind the military count, but still a very strong army for sure. X-Men would be a unit that kind of surprises me. Not super good against the knights, not that good against mangonels either. Well, maybe you can do some micro that. Oh, nice shot there against the pikemen. Should really get those. We see, what was that? 3 knights going down and 4 pikemen in exchange to 2 mangonels. We'll get some conversion against those knights though. Let's take a look. 1 monk down, 1 converted, and eating a lot of shots. DauT actually running away from here. Why did he not go for that gold? That woodline kind of surprises me. Has a lot of gold banked up here. If only he knew that a market existed. NCAs. Mangonel might go down. No, survived here with 7 HP. Knight should get the kill against that Mangonel. Will try to get out there, but won't. Monk should be sniped if TaToH isn't taking care. Jumping into the TC. No, he lost that one before. Now juggling around a bit with his monks. Should lose them. No, we'll get 1 conversion rolling. That's sloppy play. Oh, okay, he got 2 conversions and saved 1, so that's still absolutely fine. And now the go comes over here. Next castle. And gold spot, let's take a look. DauT is trying to get that one up. I believe a 2nd tower would make so much sense as well. Oh, this is a tricky one. This is a tricky one. I think it's enough villagers. And DauT without fletching, not enough damage output here. Yeah, I think he needed to get at least 2 towers up. Better would have been like 3 towers. That's some wasted stone. Didn't kill a single villager there. Not having fletching kind of hurts him as well. Evacuating with more villagers, and that map is just so good. Forcing people to run around. And look at that woodline. So inefficient here. Goes for yet another TC, and if only he built a market. Oh, now he finally did. Going for fletching as well. Has this protected woodline, but not going for it. And finally switching on to CA here. Which will be great against the pikemen, can out micro or the monks. And TaToH shouldn't really be able to do too much. If we get like onto, I believe, 10 CA only. Should be enough. Botkin arrow. Now flying in as well. DauT lost the first 2 games of today. Indeed, he did. Not a lot of... How is he saying GG? I don't even know who is ahead. Think it has to be DauT? That push should be stopped. Although TaToH, he has enough stone for another castle again. Ooh. Overextending a bit here, loses 1 CA, now moving backwards. Interesting play. Okay, now the spearman committing on the monk. Monk might even survive. And that's a castle that won't really do too much. Don't like that one. CA, can they get something done here? Mangonel around. Some of those villagers, well, basically all very full HP. Oh god, and they're hitting so many shots here. Let's take a look. Wow, tricky one. Hi, any info on the release of AE4? Anything related? Yes. Okay, 2 TCs. Okay, now DauT has 4 TCs, but 1 will fall. And... Tricky spot. Ballistics. Flying in, and TaToH, well, that looks like 2 converted knights, right? I would be surprised if he got all the upgrades. Yeah, only +2 coming in now. Northcat, welcome to the chat. Okay, TaToH fights with 3 TCs, and he has a lot of map control with all his castles around. 2 relics, would love to see him pick up more. He sees them and he should have enough control. That one probably not spotted indeed. What can the CAs now do? Maybe a raid over here. Those 4 monks won't do much. Hands of castle for DauT here should probably go up. I know, a bit far away. And DauT, he needs to make something happen now. He does not need to, but he at least can. So that puts him in a nice spot. Is the info about the nerf on fire galley on AoE zone? No. And 3 conversions here, so that was actually worth it. Losing 4 monks. Getting 3 conversions, and well, maybe a loss here. No, okay. Fletching for TaToH now. What is he going for? Is that only for towers and TCs? Yes, it is. Oh, look at the resources here. He's somewhat thinking about going up to Imp already. Who needs to control that gold? Can easily get onto that one as well. And oh, he now starts the night production quite heavily with that resources in the bank. Quite surprising to me, and DauT should get 2-3 kills here, and then probably move out though. DauT with +2 defense. I don't think that is really necessary. Isn't really fighting with them too much. DauT might lose that TC, but 1 knight alone can clear that up. If it wasn't for the monks of TaToH that are starting to convert now. And DauT going back. Nice awareness from both players. Doing a lot of micro here. TaToH running back. DauT still annoying, and tricky spot DauT is in. I feel at the moment TaToH is slowly pulling ahead. DauT not doing too much with his CA. And expanding, he's pretty deep still in castle age. Might lose that castle himself quite easily against a single trap. Doesn't really have the army to contest any castles at the moment. Still a lot of CAs out though. We'll probably try to take the hill advantage here. Let's take a look what the Mangonels can do. Doesn't really see that here. Mr. TaToH would need to fight against the hill. Mangonel. 1 down. Okay, and that was pretty well done by TaToH. We'll get all the kills with minimal losses. Couldn't really save the TC, but that's all good. And has to be happy with that. Now going back. We'll click up to him. 2 minutes later, 12 villagers behind, but double the military count. And if he keeps his Magia CA alive, they can just be so deadly. If DauT was able to get onto his unique tag, but that's a big if as well. This castle will get trapped down. It is really expensive as well. And at the moment, DauT in general doesn't really have any gold control. That one will run dry in 400 gold. And then DauT has nothing left. Where is he going? That one is still in TaToH's control. TaToH is controlling most of those as well. That one is his. And he's just going Cavalier. This will be super tricky. I feel TaToH is in a very good spot here to take this whole series. Or not take this whole series, he already took the series, but, well, to even take more wins here. How are the Cavalier numbers looking at the moment? 23 military, and might get a good one here. No, doubt too aware of it. Will snipe some of the villagers, but also losing some of the CA at the same time. Oh, trying to dodge here against ballistics, against no ballistics. Good job. I just heard a relic being picked up. Had to be this one over here, indeed. Now needs to heal his CA. Castle, uncontested for now. Maybe he can go on to, how's it called? Recurved bow? Recurved bow, I believe, yeah. +1 range, +1 attack. DauT has enough resources. Might not even need to repair his castle. Just instantly click it when you come castle age. I think this should be the first click here. Okay, now he dropped a lot of his stone, so maybe... Oh no, he sold stone. Get the upgrade, my friend. Now he gets heavy CA first. And now transitioning into pikemen. Wow, tricky one. Has nice numbers though. Chemistry and bracers. The damage output will be real. Heavy CA now, trying to go back, but that's still a lot of fighter villagers. Now dropping down to pop 115. Pikeman transition will be tough for him. And castle is down. Not a lot of stone left. And we'll lose more villagers here. Yeah, he will defend for quite some time. But just look at the map control. Like, that was the starting to see of DauT. TaToH now taking over the score lead here. DauT will defend this quite nicely. I still don't really ever see him pushing. There's no chance of him getting onto siege. Pikeman numbers are basically non-existent. Cavalier just continue to raid. Traps are going forward, sniping that TC as well. DauT farms in the north? What? Paladin upgrade even for TaToH. Frankish Paladins, when do we see that? I think, we already saw that in the desert game. On the first set, I believe. At that time, it was DauT going for that though. Also +2 attack now, all the control in the world, and still more and more gold. Let's take a look at the resources of TaToH. He just queues up more cavaliers, adding more stables. And I think then he will just drive over DauT here. Wow. The desert game was so nice. Agreed. Probably might be the best game of the whole series. Think so. More villagers on wood going down there. Pop 140 only for TaToH. He has a reasonable amount of gold still left at his main gold spot though. Pretty sweet for him. And people told me, if you play Franks and plan on going Paladins, always do jewelry first. Simply that the upgrade of Paladins only takes half the time. It's just so good. Boy, transition there. TaToH could have fought way earlier. Need less stables, production is just so much smoother as well. But yeah, it is a pretty expensive upgrade as well, and I can see the reasoning why you rather want to have like 8 more paladins and a bit later. Now the upgrade is real. Only one upgrade missing here. Blast Furnace. Handcut now to push TaToH's eco even a bit further. No raids at the moment. In general, very passive at the moment. DauT obviously trying to survive. Somehow trying to get onto halberdiers, but well, he's sitting on 2 relics now, and that's his whole gold income, so will be super tricky for him. And Magias, well, he does not have Pathian tactics, and I don't see DauT having any chance. You know, the Paladin's coming forward. DauT will have a nice positioning in between those archer ranges. Pikemen now coming forward. Maybe TaToH should have just added some skirmishes as well. Now it just goes back and will group up with more Paladins. Tries to get onto higher numbers. Is preparing some raids at the top as well though. And the Stranglehold is really on. And, oh, Magyar CA without the unique tech isn't really Magyar CA. Giving them some more stone. And TaToH knows he will have the better pop 200 army. So he just chills it out. No transition chivalry now coming. I think now it's not that important anymore. He has enough stables that aren't really working anyways. So just using them could be the better option. Continuing to move forward. Pop 182 for him. Pop 155. Will we see one big final engagement? Oh, DauT is now going for the push in that direction. Some ramps around. TaToH needs to retreat. Maybe wants to go back into the safeness of his castle. Has fletching here, maybe some axemen to defend against the capped rams later on could be an option. For now, villagers maybe save them in the castle. The push is coming at the other side though. DauT will have heavy losses. He somehow needs to defend with halberdiers at that side, not having the real numbers over there though. And at the same time push over here if he wants to keep his chances alive in this game. It's really tricky for him though. Halberdier numbers still non-existent. Or, well, somewhat existent, but not in high enough numbers. Hoarding's now an upgrade that we don't see too often. What makes a lot of sense here to go for the Frankish strong castles. Masonry could be a nice upgrade. We just heard the university, so he maybe is thinking about that. A lot of rams now going down, and if the rams go down, the push is stopped, and DauT realizes that and has to tape this one out. DauT just being pushed away from his woodline here, then he ran around, transitioned over here, just so much walking time, transitioned too late into CA if you ask me. And then the game kind of was over in mid-castle age. TaToH beautifully played it down with the castle push, all the gold controlled in the world, and Frankish Paladins to finish it off. Giving us the score of 9-4 here. TaToH looking strong. Achievements. Kitty, somewhat even. A lot of villagers died there from TaToH as well. Always the better timings. Just felt like DauT was underproducing spearmen at one point there as well. So at the moment, this is more of the TaToH chant. The DauT one. Yesterday I predicted 8-5 victory for TaToH, but since they're playing 15 games, I would say 10-5. Okay. Okay. 2 more games to go, my friends, and we will have Lombardia and Highland coming up. Highland could be a very long game as well. What should you go for on Highland? I think Portuguese are somewhat good. Are you a Karambit warrior nearly? Maybe. DauT is very able. He hasn't probably been practicing enough. He's an AoE G11, so Viper did not create him. He was huge in early AoE. That's true. DauT obviously was very good early on in this game. And he's still one of the best players in the world. But it feels like, can he really compete with the top 3 in the world? I say no. I say no. Drinking tea? Never. Don't like tea. TaToH number 2 after Viper or number 3 after Leary? I'd say he is either number 4 or 5. I think Leary, Nikov, and Viper are all better than TaToH. If we count NAC, we kind of have to throw MBL in there as well. Yo and Vivi. It's tricky. I don't see TaToH as number 2, no. People that has so short memory, I ask you what happened last so much between DauT and TaToH only a few days ago. What? Like a true American nearly hates tea. Yeah, I grew up in Boston, so makes sense. Come on, it's your own tournament. You surely have to put NBA before TaToH. He beat him twice, right? He beat him twice, right? But it's like, it's still too serious in two very specific settings. It doesn't mean like he's the better player. What do you think about Slam? He's a great player, but when was the last time he performed well in a tournament? Never. Obviously didn't grow up in Boston, man. But wasn't like the Boston Tea Party where they threw the tea away? Wasn't like Boston tea or something? We googled that. Boston Tea Party, yeah. Oh, when was the last time you played in a tournament? Sunday. AM against Tyrant. Guys, I never lived in Boston. Just wanted to say wicked awesome. Okay. Oh, that makes sense then. I said I did, but that was only to prove my point that I don't like tea. Ay, ay, ay. You seem more chill. Back when you lived in Boston. That was a funny one. Mr. Hippo, I think the viewers know more about you than you do. Probably. Well, my father is a sub on this channel as well, so... Oh, darn. I saw the 100 biddies. Crazy guy. My dad is a sub at the channel, so it can't be my dad saying that, it's just dad. Wow, the troll caves you guys are spawning from. Well, all from Boston, all the caves. Okay, guys, then I have an Amsterdam man, but I've read about Boston. Can I join? What? I was there when the Boston Tea Party happened. Exactly. So, and we are jumping into the second last game, game number 14 here. Mr. TaToH playing the Britons against DauT on Lombardia, I believe, right? Indeed. So it is played with a bit more hills, Arabia, easier to wall, always the Green Arabia version. So yeah, Britain's quite of an easy choice here. The wall up should always be doable, and yeah, sheep bonus obviously transfers onto cows as well, and you have cows with 150 food. So that gives you basically 4 extra sheep. Pretty sweet stuff for you for sure. TaToH pretty far away from his woodline though. And yeah, I might go to that back one over here at the right-hand side. Boston Celtics for the NBA title. Well, very unlikely. But yeah, best of wishes to them. I think nearly casted the tea party. Lombardia, an Italian province where Milan is. I don't know. We're going for that wood line. Shipping up to Boston. Oh. Actually, Dropkick Murphys concert was one of the worst I've ever been to, but not because of their performance, but because it was on a big field where they had massive amount of mud and didn't clean it in between the concerts from one day before. And they had the cable canal just running through the center of the crowd. So basically there's a small hill filled or like stacked with mud. And every time we tried to mosh or like get a circle pit running or something, people always fell. And everyone was so covered in mud. It was just ridiculous. And yeah, my kills got really dirty. Personally, man. Actually, Boston has a serious chance of winning 2019 title. Is that so? Okay. Don't think so. Like, don't think they can beat anyone coming from the West Finals. They have a nice shot of winning the conference. I can see that, yeah. How can they build Golden State? Oh, the mighty Lakers now. I think Lakers... I think they will just fail this season. Like, JaVale McGee alone. Like, okay, Stevenson is a nice addition. Obviously, the King is there as well. But I think that will be a really tricky season for them if they don't get another good player. LeBron to old man? No. I think he's still in a good shape. So, TaToH will play this Drush FC. At the other side, we have DauT playing M&A aggression against Britons. You watch NBA? Only playoffs. But I watch every playoff game, yeah. Like, up to the conference semis, I watch every fourth quarter. I will always buy the league pass for myself and watch like 3-4 hours every day during the playoffs. And once we hit the semis, conference semis, I watch the whole second half. And conference finals and like grand finals, I'll watch the whole games. You watch golf? No. But I think I could like it. I think it's a bit too slow for me. You have to remember, like, it's super unpopular in Germany. Like no one watches this. Very, very, like, I don't even know a single guy who watches golf. And I know, like, people that are professional golfers and, like, golf coaches. So, and even they don't watch it because it's so unpopular in Germany. They should watch snooker. I know a lot of people that watch snooker. So, yeah. Oh, Gotti. Nice block here. TaToH will get one villager. And I think that's open over here. Yeah, exactly. Could have gone over there. DauT, what is he doing? Now going forward with his 4 militia. So that will be 4 militia or 4 M&A aggression. But still didn't get the upgrade. Okay, now going for it. And that looks like when I try to play M&A aggression against TaToH. Too late with the walls. All villagers idle. All of them hurt. Eco screwed up. One villager. Well, I would have lost that one. Looks good for TaToH in my books here. Has a lot of food as well. We'll get everything running. Has 6 on gold already. We'll wall that. Expecting some archery ranges here. Maybe needs to build a defensive tower. This is Lombardia, indeed. I used to love watching long tennis. It's been a while I haven't followed it. How do you like tennis? As a somewhat kid. That needs to be walled. TaToH. Oh, he walled that earlier. Okay. And when I was like 12-ish, I really liked to watch tennis, but haven't seen a single match for 10 years or something. Next block over here. DauT with another screw up. Why did he not wall that area? And TaToH with a beautiful block here. Let's take a look. Scout now should focus down. This one is jumping in. TaToH, is he going for the block? Yes, what a beautiful, beautiful play. And we'll get more success here. He killed 2 villagers with a drush. That's just ridiculous. And now plays a 1549 FC behind that. Britons incredibly strong on this map. And you see why. Somewhat reasonable to wall. That is actually one of the more open maps of Lombardia. You can have it even more closed down. And, well, then the transition into Castle Age. Just so easy. Now need some archers out. We'll go for the stone walls. Love that. No under reaction there. And could even pull beautiful TCs here. And now he will be in such a good spot. DauT in a world of pain here. How can he defend against the first like 6 crossbows? I don't really see that happening. If you want to talk about Formula 1, I watched that as a kid as well, and I know that Zero Empires is following it quite heavily as well. But I think this is probably the sport with like the highest pollution, right? And since I'm like a green lefty, I cannot really support it by watching it, right? Right? I would really love to understand the tactics behind NASCAR though. I heard one guy really talking passionately about like how NASCAR and the strategy and how you try to be not first going into the first round, and it's all about positioning and everything. But yeah. Okay, and TaToH has no idea about that tower. And we mentioned earlier that his woodline isn't that great. Could go for a bit more to the south, but that could get towered as well. Probably needs to run over here. Maybe even with the TC though. Worst thing could be if he starts a TC now. Okay, now crossman 7 range here. He should just out micro DauT so heavily. Double archery range still active for him. Very important to not take any hits here. Now in a fine spot. When it comes to the army. And that's not overchopped. He deleted the house. If TaToH is just right clicking in there, the game is somewhat over. Is he going for some? I think going for some stragglers is pretty clever now, and then just build a TC there. Did he not get the kill? 10 HP left there. Belderos is really the technique that they're developing there transferable to like public cars? If so, I can see the reasoning. But that's also like then you could say like war is great because war is like contributing to development of stuff as well. And I think so. Or is that crazy talk of me? KD 10-4 now. TaToH shouldn't really lose a lot. Does pathing see through fog of war? Yeah. If TaToH still thinks there's a house and he right click it, the villagers will just go through regardless. TaToH getting some kills in. That's a very annoying crossbow. Needs to go back now though. DauT still with 5 range against the 8 of TaToH now, and even goes for +1 defense. So we'll be far away from Castle Age. Still surprised that TaToH did not go for the extra TC here. Just to protect his villagers a bit more. Not that much more expensive. And now going for ballistics. This will be super ugly for TaToH, even microing those around. The question is, will he try to move in now? That's somewhat of a commitment. Needs to focus down the army first. Doesn't really want to die there moving in. Poor. World War II and Cold War really helped technology. Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you make arguments like those, you should always, like, look for exploitation and wars. Thanks for the spoiler here. Now I know that it's GG at 1 point for one player. Does TaToH not know that his TCs are cheaper? DauT still chasing down with skirmishers. Ballistic should finish any second. No reaction there when it comes to any defensive towers, but defensive tower wouldn't finish, and DauT has to just tap this one out. Bad walls against the Drush, and TaToH just with a very smooth FC here. I believe DauT not going for the right strategy there. M&A aggression in a bridge war, probably not what you want to go for. And TaToH now leading this one 10-4. And I even need to adjust the position of the score because we very rarely have 2 digits here. Achievements. TaToH now obviously with the great KD, breaking 2.6k before that game as well when it comes to rating. 1549. That's a pretty sharp Castle Age. Last game, boys. We have a joke here in USA. If we want US to make another big particle collider, we need to convince the American government that the Chinese collider can be weaponized. Yeah, I can see that. When disc brakes invented by Formula 1, it seems to remember some car dominating because they had them and others didn't. Okay. The real question is going to one with Formula E. Why can't fans vote and give a boost to drivers? What? A scarf, I guess. Not any scarf. It's the one and only. Ay. 11-10 for DauT, easy. Unlikely. Oh, green screen. Calm down. Calm down, green screen. Okay. Highland as the last map. We have Italians left for DauT. TaToH could go for Vikings. TaToH could also go for Berbers, Magyars. Oh no, TaToH had Vikings on Red Set Fortress. Celts could be a good option. I like Portuguese. Can you spam DauT Overcooked Man in Ruby Room? Yes, I could. Can you please impregnate my wife? Sounds a bit like a trap, my friends. The dirty grass DauT. What? What's going on here? 15 games.
Freaking Nelly, man.
So we'll just this over here.
Let's look at him, man.
TaToH officially #2 secret player now. Isn't that Jitba?
Look at him, man. If you only knew where those socks have been.
TaToH can break 2.6k.
If only he knew, man.
15 games.
Freaking Nelly.
Freaking Nilly, man. She's cute, a little fat. Still, why don't you try to have sex with her? Rumors have it that it's a thing people enjoy normally. Isn't today Sellout Friday and Troll Challenge? No. Today is 15 games of DauT against TaToH. Continuation of the series from yesterday, Friday. Because I want to raise your child. I want to raise my own child. Okay. Do you think my sperm is so much better than yours? Isn't NAC your child? Somewhat. It's my baby, right? You can come live with my wife. Okay, well, and where are you moving? Like, are all three of us living together? Then I will impregnate your wife, and you two will raise it, but I'm still living there? Well, at least we get into the scenario that we are living 4 people in the house, right? You can call me friend. One person is calling me father, and the other one is calling me daddy. So, at least I know who is talking to me. You can't choose your father, but you can choose your daddy. Are you still playing poker? Yes. Going to Barcelona in 2 weeks to play for 2 weeks. German Casbot, man. Are you still losing in poker? Obviously. That's why I need donations, right? You see, like Canadian Ninja, I'm already starting to search for a $14 tournament that I can play today. Are you better at poker at AoE too? Well, poker is way more competitive than Age of Empires, right? Like, at one point I probably was like top 300, maybe top 500 in the world in poker. But that's like being the best Age of Empires player, because it's just so much more competitive. And at the moment, well, I clearly fell behind. But at my peak in like 2012, I was like better than in Age of Empires at any point, yeah. And what am I now? Like number 60 in Age of Empires or something? Yeah. I actually played some with Tony G. If he isn't going full crazy camera mode, he's a pretty good player. So we're looking into Highlands, my friend. TaToH is playing Celts and DauT is playing Italians. I actually played a 10k Euro tournament with Tony G, and he was chip leader after day 1, but day 2 was Valentine's Day, and he spent Valentine's Day with his girlfriend, and therefore let his stack blind out, which had like the worth of like 45,000 euros, and didn't come back for the day. So sick. A day later, he played $501,000 blinds, heads up against Leon in the King's Casino, and was down 300,000. And the second last hand of the day, or like before he needed to fly, he won a 1.2 million pot and was ahead 300k. So on the end, 290k ahead for the 4-day trip. Was okayish. Was okayish. Well. Super Freaker, why do you think I'm losing at poker? Because you saw my PokerStars account and I'm down $45,000 there? That would be so evil. I'm only down like 20,000 at full tilt, so. How does professional poker work? Is the pot real money? Do you put your own money? Yes and yes. More ECL games tomorrow, Saturday? Yes! We will have... Oh god, let's see if I get all the matches together. AM against Team Secret, casted by me and Zero Empires. We will have VNS versus... Frantic, I believe, casted by Resonance 22 and Mamp. We will have Zuomi against SY, casted by Resonance and Mamp. And Coachers against Brazil, casted by me and Zero Empires. So first 4 hours with me and Zach, second 4 hours with Resonance and Mamp. Whew. Just because you saw my video below. Okay. 4 best of 3s coming your way. 4v4 edition tomorrow. The finals will be 18th of August, casted by, I believe, T90 all day long. And he will start with someone and will end with Killer B. I think he will start with Zach, yeah. I love the casters and their hard work. Honestly, it's incredible. I think I will make a longer Twitter post at some point. How much work people are putting in and how much more professional it has gotten. We have TaToH with the Drush. DauT going with the Fire Galley approach here, as it seems. Should win the water. Now goes for the big walls, but a bit late. Do you know if Brazil will change their name in ECL? I think they're somewhat not allowed to. Maybe they want to, but like... I think it would surprise me if ECL admins would allow that. Okay, so water control should be DauT. TaToH should transition into Castle Age quite easily though. Or will he? Not that easy, I think. 25 villagers here, went up with pop 29 then. Is he trying to sneak a dock? Yes, he will. I don't like that. Okay, now he's going for walls. This is such a weird game. DauT now going for a second dock there as well, and... Well, that's Highland. And 5 on gold for TaToH? And not a lot on food. Those are idle. TaToH will actually play this Drush into fire galleys. Ay ay ay. BBQ Turkman doesn't have his own Twitch channel. I think he does not. I think he's only doing it for YouTube. Ah, he has his own channel. Okay, didn't know. Then I should have probably linked him. I always only link his YouTube under my videos. I stream some Forgotten Empires once a week. Didn't know that. He's community manager of Forgotten Empires now, right? I believe. The job Residence had before? I think so. Welcome Robo, by the way. They play all games today? No, they started yesterday. Fire Galley around. 2-Dog against 2-Dog. Who will have the better transition into castle? It should be the Italian player here. I think BBQ Turkman was the first YouTube video I saw. He was the first one I truly accepted. I saw some other videos before and I thought like the quality is so low, and then I suddenly saw him and I was like, holy moly, that guy's good. Super energetic, nice voice, reasonable knowledge. I was really shocked, and at that point he had like tens of thousands of subscribers already. I'm still trying to find the one video that got me into competitive AoE, but I can't find it. What was it? You know, I'm pretty knowledgeable about that. As a DM player as well, do you have to know this DM player JRed? Yes. He, for example, did my promotion video for NAC. He has some nice YouTube videos mostly related to DM. Yeah, well, you probably didn't see all of them then, because I was interviewed in one of them. Yeah. So I know him, yeah. He was like he was at my chat every single day during the Legacy Cup 2, the last big deathmatch tournament that happened. And yeah, enjoyed that pretty a lot. Certainly did not see that, yeah. Surprise. Okay, village account, that even fishing ship better for DauT, but obviously now losing in efficiency. See what I did there? Efficiency. Fish. Fish. NC. NC. Ha! Ha! Okay. Who would you say is the best DM player of all time? Banter. Probably. Yeah, I'm pretty sure about that. AV2 History will have one of his games as well. The best. It will be called like the best comeback of all time. 2v2 edition. Will be so sick. Small spoiler, like I already spoiled it. But it will be 2v2 deathmatch where he will lose all villagers and will only have houses to pop 55 and lost his TC. His teammate is playing with pop 200, he has pop 55, and they play against 2 players with pop 200. So DauT apparently dropped here. We will jump back into this. And yeah, it will just be a hilarious game. And maybe the best comeback of all time. Nearly plays Hans was pretty good on DM, I would say. Why would you say that? PG Lance is Bender. Nearly, why you don't make ASMR videos? I don't know what that is. Nearly plays Vikings vs Hans pretty well. Feels Robo Man. The best comeback of all time. No, he doesn't always like question marks. It's the mixture of exclamation marks and question marks. where you got old maps from. I own all of them. I once had the honor of playing on one Goth War versus Lance. Well, I'm actually good friends with him, right? Obviously, he's a German, played massive amount of team games with him, we played some Michi tournaments, RM and DM together, we played German Nations Cup, we met on LAN, and yeah. Rickstar, thanks for the prime. So yeah, he's a sick guy. Neil, I have a question. I often see pros not using auto seed function at all, even though they float wood. They just reseed when it runs out. That's not a question, but I will still answer it. You never want to have the reseed option used before you are close to maxing out. So if you are like in Castle Age, never use it. If you're early imp, never use it, because you want to use that wood. If you just reseed, you have to you invest a click, and it would have been better to have the farm seeded at that point. And there are way too many situations where you want to build something, but actually like can't because you have like 3-4 farms queued up. That could be another archer range you build, or another war wagon, or whatever. Yeah. Exactly. Late game with a lot of wood, it doesn't make sense. You should absolutely queue it up. Commandor! Welcome. What happened to the show game? Missed the last of Teddy and DauT. Well, we are at 10-4 at the moment. It's the start of Nili's cosplay? No, the end. I think if someone really wanted to master it, they would queue a reseed exactly when the farm runs out to have 2 key press instead of 1 key press and 2 clicks. It's only 2 clicks, right? Select villager and right click. But yeah, it's better to have the mill queued and the reseed queued. Yeah, but if you screw it up, you have to cancel it. Yeah. Do you know any of the old zone players? Mother of Pian, SL Einstein, SL Destiny, Swatu Decker? No. I should know a lot of zone players, but I don't know those. If they were good, they probably had other names that I know. Otherwise, sorry mates. Will you be at Gamescom? No. My face is pixelated, 15-bit style. Maybe refresh. Roughly, how much would the cost of your streaming gears be? Like, €2,000. Yeah. Well, some top players never research crop rotation, even they have 5k wood food, even if they're going too long game. Yeah, that's bad by them. Not really the upgrade you'd think about too much. Hey, what cherry switches are the best for AU2 gaming? I believe I have blue ones. Yeah, I have blue ones. I see. Yeah. I decided on blue ones. Brown ones should be okay as well. I googled a bit. It seems like for RTS gaming, blue ones are a bit better. Understood. How much wood is your streaming gear? Ah. What's your rank at the moment? Well, I lost the last 3 games, right? Should be at like spot 70 or something. Let's take a look. I am at 71. Was like 55 some days ago. Let's take a look at other ratings. deathmatch 1v1, for example. I'm 9th or 8th. And deathmatch team game. Very important ratings. I'm 6th. But no one is playing anymore. Okay, shall we go for serious casting? What are the market prices for 1000 food in Hamburg? Interesting question. So it's your hours and energy that cost the significant compared to dollar you put in. Obviously, like, my working hours are so much better. What's your overcooked rank, nearly? Overcooked 1, very high. Overcooked 2, not that high yet. Okay, let's jump into the game here, guys. The last game continuing, and we have TaToH going for some of his demo power. Well, not getting the biggest shots off. Weaker for him, he's 2 villages behind now. We already missed 1.5 minutes there due to the restore. DauT already up to Castle Age. TaToH at 430 food, 250 gold. What happened to the PCs you bought, NAC? Did you manage to take them back? Yes, I did. So that was pretty sweet. For sure. What cook do you use in Overcooked? It's 2 lakes? Ah, DauT cannot pass. Yeah. But you have walled. Yeah. If you open, you can cross. That's true. TaToH explaining the world to DauT. Well, that's just... How can this guy not know how this works? So, in like the desert version, or like the green version of it, you can just simply pass, but on the snow version, you cannot pass that area, and can only pass at those sites. It's a bit of a bug. That PC return move was your biggest troll yet? Trust me. Trust me, I have bigger trolls than that. But yeah, I like that. Well, saved $1,000, right? 1,000 euros. Well, if I ever do NAC2, I need to buy something regardless, so it's not really saving 1,000 euros. Only, yeah, I could have sold them. But let's say I saved 200 euros. Did you play Overcooked with DauT? No, not yet. Might happen the next days. You will have to buy them again next year for an AC2, man. Or you just donate 15,000 and I don't have to care about that. Hello from Turkey, nearly. Hello from Germany, Timochin. You get to buy better ones for same price. Yeah, agreed. TaToH, well, I would love to see him get 10 stone, and look at that guy. He is just so friendly to me. That's a lot of villages on gold as well. You could bring the money you saved for now to the bank. What money that I saved? Monastery. I went heavy drinking with 1,000 euros and woke up at 12 euros and 40 cents. So I bought another tray of beer the next day. Now I'm back to 0 monies. Although, well, I had some biddies flying in today, so I'm not completely broke. KD 11 to 11. This game could take some time, and then it will get tricky. It will probably be mass siege from TaToH, and DauT will go for like water control, cannon, galleons. That should be cheaper with Italians. Eco should be slightly in DauT's favor, but not too big. Oh, and that's a rush to him, guys. Alert, alert. Alert, 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 alert. Fast imp coming. Fast imp detected. Fast imperialate detected. Alert. This is not a warning. Oh no, this is... what do I want to say? This is not a test. Exactly. This is not a test. This is fast imperialate. Oh, and TaToH has no idea about that. Obviously he has 0 scouting. has like 40 Cs running now. Permanent food is not really on gold. Well, yes, some villages on gold, but that will just be a pure boom. And I think hand cannoneers, or maybe condos. DauT not even going for a 30C here that he could have squeezed in. This is not a drill. Ah, okay, okay. And archery range. Question is, arbalest, hand cannoneers. Tricky spot. Oh, you really don't want to lose one here. And you won't. Okay. Really count 1 to 1. And he's going for arbalest. That will be tricky for TaToH. Poor. Can he go for knights? Stays. He's just... That's sloppy. Look at that. He is SQ? I think he is using... He thought MQ was on. But it was not. Huh. And cannons are cheaper for Italians, right? Yes, they are. Problem is, you cannot really mess them up early. You need to wait for chemistry and then only produce. And now you can already produce roughly like 3 minutes earlier. So if you want to have strong army early on, like high-tech army early on, arbalest might be the better choice. And then transition into hand cannoneers. Maybe not upgrade arbalest, just do crossbowman. Ah, will be tricky though. And TaToH, well, if he holds that with his stone walls, he's just in a fine spot as well. Okay, TaToH. What can he do now? Obviously, he's heavily ahead when it comes to villages. Builds university. Waiting for the upgrades. Fire ship should be pretty good. And oh, guys, I see demo hits incoming. Oof. Not yet. Oh god, that's so risky of DauT, honestly. That's just playing with fire. Luckily, it's only fire galley, but now TaToH cancelled one fire galley. Trying to go for a demo now. And why is DauT going for arbalest first? Oh, he's going for careening. Do we see a transporter? Oh, yes. Transporter coming. And that's something that DauT will have no answer to. Pretty important. Doesn't really want to get converted here, otherwise it would get scouted. Fast fire ship, not great either. And okay, transporter. And that should not be really a good conversion. Now arbalest needs to go over here. Let's see, they want to... Oh god, the fire galleys, are they getting killed? No, they can't. TaToH with the instant gates. Oh god, and the transporter getting killed as well. This is just ridiculous. TaToH is holding this off so nicely. 300 HP on those. Let's see. Do we need more walls here? TaToH already has a villager out here, so he will wall this off quite nicely as well. TaToH will run around, but honestly, he just needs another transporter. TaToH with a beautiful reaction to defend this off. What a sweet, sweet play from him. Going for another transporter. Must not lose this one. Gate number 1 is up. Should get the other gate up as well. And yes, he does. DauT with his fast tech. Couldn't really do too much. Transporter around. Arbalest. Well, transporter could sneak around here. But TaToH can easily convert those then as well. Going for more demos. Wow. TaToH, 25 villages ahead, 4 TCs still running. At the other side, DauT plays this 2 TCs. Going for more arbalest, and oh, that was a demo that I missed. Sorry, guys. Tried to stay active there, but we need to check some of the TC counts, and DauT just throwing his whole advantage. We'll get an outpost, but that's not important at all for him. How can TaToH make that happen? Simply those monks scaring away the fire ship, or now fast fire ship, was just so sweet for him. Monk's trying to find more relics. Look at the map vision of DauT. Okay, I didn't click Fog of War. Was a bit surprised. TaToH now abusing the market. Will click up any second. And DauT, he has endless amount of resources floating. And now he thinks about chemistry. Oh, yo. So late. That was a throw. Beautiful reaction, obviously, from TaToH. Did so much there. Let's take a look. Mangonel shot. That was a solid one. Can you give me 2? No, you cannot. Oh, and those monks around. Just so sweet. Well, it's still Italians versus Celts on water. You know, Celts don't have bracer. Well, Italians don't have heavy demos, so maybe TaToH just stays on mass fast fires. Let's take a look here. Tries to get some conversions done. We'll get one. DauT in show matches. Well, DauT in show matches or tournaments, right? At the moment. Hell Rider, you know what I'm saying? Needs to lead that as well. Do we see... DauT doesn't even have a siege workshop, my friends. Now came up with the idea of TC number 3 watchtower. Upgrading that to guard tower. Makes a lot of sense. Heavy demo for TaToH. Oh god, and that will be more conversions. What is DauT thinking, man? Is he getting the kill? No. Survives there. And just getting 2 conversions against him there is just so ugly. Poor. Should DauT have focused on taking out the docks first, like with bombard cannons? Yeah, I think bombard cannons were better options. Yeah, he simply had 1 bombard cannon is so good. Good against monks, good against docks, good against all water units. Putting so much more pressure on your opponent. So I felt like chemistry was clearly too late. And probably the landing, more in the center, is a bit better than over here, where TaToH could have gone for the easy quick walls. But now, oh god, that will be a lot of heavy demos and galleons for TaToH. But that looks like more towers. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, that's a lot of demos, but still a lot of stuff left here for DauT. This is still somewhat of an even game, I'd say. Villager count, TaToH heavily in favor, military count, and general map control for DauT. Why guard towers and not bomber towers? Well, to save gold, and DauT doesn't have that many resources, and bomber towers, well, they need 800 food, 400 wood to even be researched, right? So tricky stuff. Onager now for TaToH. Going for Vote Rider Onager composition here. At the same time, DauT stays on galleons. Didn't even research galleons though. And I honestly feel Highland should always be played on standard victory. Oh, they have standard victory. Please give me a wonder. Oh boy, that would be so sweet. Why no water castles in center? You're probably confusing them with melee, my friend. Italians and Celts don't have harbors. Yeah, probably they don't know about standard victory, but they should. Like I'd check it and I'd go for it. And that will be really tough for both of them to kill the other guy. TaToH has a strong land army to defend everything. DauT has a strong water army to defend everything. Oh, give me some over-unders. How long will this game take? I'd go for 1 hour, 17 minutes, 37 seconds. Dreams vs. DauT Highland was hilarious. Yeah, I will have that game casted in my AU2 history as well. As the best game of 2012 or something. That was so sick. Don't think one is what they would want to do in the final game. Oh boy, you don't know TaToH. Who's now preparing SO for Celtica and some sneaky doggies. 1 hour 25, 2 hour 30 in a tie. Against now, DauT going for +1 defense. Maybe wants to go for some light cap ratings. Rally count 2 to 1 only. Version with only 3 relics. And it's tough to control water if your opponent has SO, especially Kel's SO. How much does the wonder cost? 1000 wood, 0 food, 1000 gold, 1000 stone. And it takes a lot of time to build. I can see SO 9 range here as well. Let me see, is that shown? 100, oh yeah. A wonder. Construction time 58 minutes, 20 seconds. After treadmill crane 48 minutes. Well, at least if you build it with 1 villager. 58 minutes. That's something I will do in a trivia question. At one point. Okay, that will be interesting now. How will TaToH try to move on forward here? Finish it with 1 will, full disrespect. That would be funny, right? Next nearly challenge, build a wonder with 1 villager. Oh god, that will be sick. I had one nearly challenge the other day, and I built 3 wonders before winning. One was killed at 97%, but the other two made it. Okay, DauT. He needs to control that area. Oh, went for redemption and block printing. So 1 SO. Going for the kill there. Let's take a look. Oh, yo, sweet stuff. That's a nice defense. Be tricky for TaToH to defend that then. Oh, and bombard cannons. Oh, guys, we are in for the long run in this one. If you realize that the game will last like 2 hours, you should never have farms like those. Like TaToH has to micro nothing. No fighting anywhere. Every farm should be perfect in this scenario. That's just sloppy play. Honestly, like, he doesn't need to do anything at the moment. Shouldn't really reseed any second row farms. Okay, relics in the end, 3 to 2. Okay, that makes more sense. So 2 have been picked up before. Okay, let's take a look. Demo round now. 2 fire ship. That's a big ram go. Can DauT prevent that from going up? It is fortified walls. SO moving forward as well. Shouldn't maybe even move them forward. A trap from behind as well. 1 demo moving in, trying to go for some conversions. But the rams are closing the distance. That's not enough bombard cannons. No nice reaction. No walls behind that. Now I'm expecting a lot of Road Riders to move in. They aren't really coming in. And Ghost of Joda just going crazy. And gifting 5 more subs? What is going on there, my friend? And now Boat Riders are moving in. That's not the greatest reaction from DauT yet. He doesn't have the biggest of armies. Now more SO shots against his own traps. Monks not really getting the conversions in. Bombard cannons going down as well. Now we see a lot of army coming over. Elite cannon galleons, some fast fire ship, and galleons there as well. Oh, so Joda, you're a crazy man. Now gifting 17 in total. And Blast Furnace finally the +4 attack. DauT in some troubles. No real reaction. That was a lot of archery ranges going down. So no hand cannoneer production from here on. And those rams are just way too efficient. Traps going forward. Some nice demo hits here against the SO potentially. That was a good one. Actually killing the demo there and then losing his siege onagers at the same time. And now the Boat Riders are just streaming in. Another tower going down. That gold is completely exposed at the front. Market prices. Wood at 17 to sell. Food at 43. Stone sold a bit. So gold will be pretty tough for him. 3 traps out here, but somewhat protected even. Kind of surprising here. January's crossbowman trying to defend as well, but 0 upgrades on those. Another castle to the front. It seems like TaToH can make this happen. There's not enough galleons. There's not enough demos to protect that. The army wasn't really there. Bombard cannons a bit late as well. And TaToH, maybe with one very early push, can make this happen. And I thought this game would go so much longer because I felt DauT's defense would be a bit more bulletproof, but it feels like he's already dropping down to pop 140. Defensive towers won't hold that castle down, and now TaToH has even control over that gold spot. DauT losing one of those castles. Now 70 pop advantage. GG has to be coming in any second. DauT needs to stop those reinforcements. Will get one demo, but TaToH now adding some heavy demos as well, and they are doing a lot of damage, even repairing that as sick micro. Now spreading around some of those road riders. No wonder victory to be seen here. Still repairing those at the front. The macro of TaToH absolutely on point, even adding some spearmen here. He's really going for the kill in exchange 2015. Very happy with how this is going. DauT dropping below pop 120, and yeah, galleons not doing enough here to prevent that stream from coming over, and DauT has to call the GG. What a one-dimensional push. Only 2 layers of fortified walls, bombard cannons out of position, not enough demos around. Yeah, no heavy demos for Italians, small problem there, but still, DauT not with the defense he needed to have here to survive this game. He was in a good spot, I'd say, with the full water control, but TaToH just went for it, and Celts are so good in those spots. G to the G. After leading 3-0, DauT is losing the Soul Series 11-4. And we had the wrong colors again, and they were all rated, yes. Sorry for that, guys. Would not have happened at NAC. Or did it? Reformed DauT, only reformed for 3 games. Today was 5-0 for TaToH, therefore. In a bit more than 3 hours. I will never wear that again if I want to see DauT winning. Feels DauT, man.